The Earth travels through the universe on an axis that is tilted by 23.5 degrees. So, from a certain perspective, we live in a tilted world.
Everybody welcome.
Today, in this tilted world, there's no accounting for taste. Real big Twix in the U.S.
Delicious dough dolls in Taiwan.
A movable feast in Spain.
A high and mighty boy in England.
Marauding monkeys in Bali.
And there's something fishy in Las Vegas. Beyond good and bad taste lies the indefinable mass appeal.
Tilt 23.5.
In Valencia, Spain, people think nothing of a 3,000-pound paella sitting on the beach. That's because these days, giant paellas are the most popular way to attract a crowd. After all, paella was invented in Valencia. It's made with Valencian rice, spiced with Valencian saffron, cooked over an open fire with Valencian orange wood, and made with Valencian water. In fact, if you want true paella, it's a good idea to have a Valencian chef. And if you want a giant paella, a team is even better. These paella pros from restaurant Galvez are the best. They're in the Guinness Book of World Records for making the largest paella ever, and they've made 2,000 paellas in cities around the world. After 15 years of making paella, there's one thing these men know. Paella must be served before the rice gets sticky. People sure do wait for paella, but paella waits for no one. So remember, if you want to make a splash, cook a paella. Don't skimp on the portions. And let the professionals do the dishes.
Tourism can sometimes have a negative impact on a local population. Take what's happening at the Monkey Forest Temple on the island of Sangay in Bali. The macaque monkeys here are considered sacred, and tourists love them, which is very bad for their character. The monkeys once were proud and independent foragers. Today, corrupted by easy handouts from tourists and park attendants, the monkeys have embarked on a life of crime. What does a monkey do with a pair of eyeglasses or a piece of paper anyway? Hold them for ransom.
Они требуют за них лук.
The monkeys are highly intelligent. They've learned to exchange goods for food. The park attendants are their enablers. How aggressive are the monkeys? Just be glad this isn't a real person. To stop this crime wave, the temple merchants have been driven to extreme measures. Crime-stopping sea turtles. The monkeys are terrified of the sea turtles and won't go near them, even though the turtles aren't alive. Monkey researchers cannot explain the irrational fear monkeys have of sea turtles. They say that monkeys have a lot of inexplicable aversions. Monkeys are quite smart, but they're also quite neurotic. In this experiment, when a dead sea turtle is guarding food, the monkeys won't approach. When the turtle is removed, the monkeys grab the food greedily. So, until the monkeys figure out that a dead sea turtle can't hurt them, the turtles are on the job.
The carp. It may look like just a fish to you, but to the Japanese it's a symbol of good luck and fortune. That's why on Children's Day every year in Japan, people fly carp streamers to wish their children long and prosperous lives. Here in the small town of Kusumachi, the children have decided to increase their odds. They've made a carp streamer that's as big as a jumbo jet. It's 230 feet long. Over 100 children in Kusumachi spent more than 20 days sewing and painting the carp. The mayor says making the giant streamer encourages the children to have big dreams. And now they want to get their dream off the ground. Of course, the children want to fly their carp in the luckiest place possible. So they packed it up and shipped it off to the place Lady Luck calls home. Las Vegas. They're going to fly the giant carp streamer right in the middle of the parking lot of the Desert Inn Hotel. All they need is a 120-ton crane, 21 strong adults, a big rubber hose, and a little luck, not to mention a lot of wind. Will fortune smile on this fish? If there isn't any wind, the fish won't fly. Well, the carp is famous for its determination and perseverance in the face of adversity. It can adapt to almost any environment and live up to 200 years. Carp don't flounder around. That's a really big carp flying over Las Vegas. It's a royal
Это хороший
flush
знак
for
для
the
детей.
children of Kusumachi.
Coming up on
Далее в
Tilt's
программе.
23 and a half. Waltzing the
Вальс
wrong way
не в том
in
направлении.
Vienna.
A British boy
Большой
makes it
британский мальчик.
big.
And high-calorie art
Высококалорийное
in
искусство
Taiwan.
на Тайване.
The Grahams of Manchester, England are all
Манчестера,
tall.
Англия, все очень высокие.
Jim Graham is
Рост
6
Джима
feet
Грэхэма
tall.
6 футов.
His wife Jean
Его
is
жены
5
Джин
feet
5
9
футов
inches.
9 дюймов.
Their daughter
Их
Rachel
дочери
is only
Джейн всего
11 years
11
old,
лет,
and
но
she's
она уже
already
5
5 feet
футов
10.
9 дюймов.
And then
И,
there's Phil.
наконец, Фил.
At 16,
Ему
he's
16 лет,
7
и
feet.
рост 7 футов.
How Phil got
Почему
there is a tall
такой
tale.
загадка.
He was as big
Когда
as
он
the average
родился, это был размером
3-month-old
с
baby when he
нормального
was
трехмесячного
born.
ребенка.
At 11, he was
В 11
already
лет он
5
был
feet
5
10,
футов 10 дюймов,
taller than a giant
выше
chipmunk.
гигантского бурундука.
He grew 8 whole
В год он
inches in his
вырастал на
13th year
8
alone.
дюймов.
Phil is
Фил
17
на
inches
17
taller than the
выше
average
среднего
16-year-old in
16-летнего
England,
англичанина.
and he's still
И он
growing.
не перестает расти.
Doctors say he
Врачи
might
говорят,
not
что он
stop
может расти
until
до
he's 21.
21 года.
Most boys hope to
Многие
be
ребята
tall,
хотят быть высокими,
but watch what
но
you wish
посмотрите,
for.
чего вы хотите.
Being tall
У
has its
большого роста есть
downside.
свои недостатки.
Houses are not
Дома
built with food in
строятся не
mind.
для
Neither are
и
family
семейный
budgets.
бюджет страдает.
Phil eats twice as
Фил ест
much
в
as
2
the
раза
average
больше среднего
16-year-old.
16-летнего подростка.
And a day at the
Ходить в
amusement
парк с
park can be
аттракционами
risky. Fortunately for
К счастью
Phil,
для Фила,
there is no
рост не
such thing as
мешает,
being
а
too tall
помогает
on the
в
basketball
баскетболе.
court. He's the best
Он
player on
лучший
the team,
игрок в команде.
and getting from
Вы
here to
доберетесь
there
отсюда до сюда
requires
за
fewer
несколько
steps.
шагов, если вы Фил.
When you're Phil, he can always see more
Он
of
всегда
what's going
видит больше
on,
других.
and Phil can
И
be
Фил
very
может
handy
помочь.
to have around the house. How many 16-year-olds does it take to change a light bulb?
Так поменяет лампочку.
Only one.
Только.
The season between New Year's and Easter is a fairy tale time in Vienna. For 200 girls, dreams will come true.
Их мечты.
Where?
Где?
At Vienna's
грандиозном
biggest and
венском
grandest ball, the
Венском
Opera Ball
оперном
at the Viennese Opera House. It's the hottest
Самое
ticket in
горячее
town.
место в городе.
Everyone who's anyone is
Все
there.
здесь.
A ticket to attend costs $265. If you want to be able to sit, that's $400. If you want to sit
Если
and
хотите
have a
сидеть и
view,
что-то
you'll need a
увидеть,
season
вам
box
нужен
ticket.
сезонный билет.
That's
Стоит он
$17,000.
$17,000.
Does that seem like a lot of money?
Огромная сумма.
Not if you're a
Но не для
debutante.
дебютантов.
For a young
Для
woman
молодых
of good
девушек из
family,
обеспеченных семей
this
это
is the
самое
place to come out.
подходящее место.
Hundreds of
Сотни
girls apply
девушек
for the
хотят
highly
принять участие в
competitive position
соревновании
of Opera
на
Ball
оперном
debutante. Only 1 in
Но
4
только
gets
одна из
in.
4 пройдет.
All Debs must wear
На
long
претендентках должны
white
быть
gowns
надеты
and
белые
matching
платья
rhinestone
и
crownlets.
хрустальные короны.
And some Debs
Некоторые
spend up to a
претендентки
year
целый
learning how to
год
dance the
учатся
quadrille.
танцевать кадриль.
But the most
Но главное,
taxing duty of an
участницы
opera
должны
ball
уметь
debutante
вальсировать
is waltzing
против часовой
counterclockwise. Dance experts say
Эксперты
waltzing
утверждают, что
counterclockwise is
вальсировать
very
против часовой
hard,
стрелки
especially
очень
when other
тяжело.
people are waltzing
Проще,
clockwise.
когда все танцуют по часовой стрелке.
At the height of the ball, there are 700 people on the floor, which is 700 reasons to waltz defensively. If you'd like some champagne while you're dancing, a bottle costs $400. Dreams are expensive.
Every artist must find his own medium. For some it's bronze, for some it's marble, for some it's clay. But for the creator of these charming figurines, it's dough. Leo Chin-fa of Taiwan is a modern practitioner of an ancient Chinese folk art, dough sculpture. Dough sculptures were originally used as temple offerings. Nowadays, people commission them for special occasions, and less elaborate dough dolls are sold to children who eat them. The dough is made by mixing rice and wheat flour and then boiling the mixture for a few minutes. Pieces of dough are colored with food dyes. They become the artist's palette. This dough sculpture is a rendition of a sumo wrestler's wedding, commissioned by a Japanese client. There are 190 figures. Bamboo sticks provide the skeleton for the dough. Each figure takes approximately 5 to 10 minutes to fashion. Leo says hands are the hardest part to make. Leo and his helpers work from photographs to ensure accuracy. The dough dolls are authentic down to the last detail. This is just how the wedding looked. Except that Garfield was not the videographer. Leo also loves Disney. Dough is a very expressive medium. Dough can be supercilious. Dough can be cheerful. This dough has a headache. The only thing you can't do with dough is make it last. After around 10 years, mold grows. Art isn't always eternal, which might be why Michelangelo worked in marble.
Coming up on Tilt 23 and a half. Big wheels keep on turning in Syria.
And reinventing the wheel in the U.S.
Hi there!
Glenn Fulcher is a Domino's Pizza delivery man, but his passion is bikes. Glenn did his first wheelie when he was 10. He went on to do stand-ins, helicopters, and 360-degree hop-ons. But one day Glenn decided he wanted to do more than just hop up and down on the sidewalk. He wanted to break new ground. He dreamed of reinventing the wheel. So he created the roller bike, the only bike in the world that rolls. He made it himself with a used bike and a 70-pound bar of steel. Glenn's friends at Domino's Pizza laughed at him. Some said he'd tip over. It took him 12 weeks to get up the nerve to try it. But does it work? You'll have to get up to a good speed and release the brakes at just the right moment. Nice roll. Can he do two?
А, можно 2?
Good show.
Отличное шоу.
But to really see
Но
what the
чтобы увидеть, на
rollerbike
что
can
действительно
do,
способен
Glenn needs special
вращающийся велосипед,
terrain.
Глену понадобится особая местность.
A grassy
Травяной
slope.
склон.
He can do more
Он
rolls,
сможет
but
и
he
дольше
needs a
крутиться,
longer
но ему
hill.
нужен более долгий спуск.
Glenn says
Глен
there's
говорит, что
nothing like
ничто не
riding
может
the
сравниться с
rollerbike.
таким спуском.
He can see the
Он
ground,
видит землю,
the sky,
небо,
the ground,
землю,
the sky. There's
все время
always
что-то
something new.
новое.
Glenn hoped
Глен
his would be
надеялся,
one of
что его
many
изобретение
rollerbikes,
воспримут,
but so
но
far
пока
it's the
это
only one in the
единственный
world.
экземпляр в мире.
Though Glenn
Хотя
could make
Глен
it
может на
roll,
нем спускаться,
he couldn't
но
get
он не
it to
может на
take
нем
off.
подниматься.
This is the
Это
Fertile Crescent in Syria,
плодородный
also
полумесяц
known
в
as the
Сирии,
cradle of
известный еще как
civilization.
колыбель цивилизации.
Here's a
Вот
question.
вопрос.
Which of the
Какая из
following empires
перечисленных
conquered the
империй
Fertile
завоевывала
Crescent?
плодородный
A.
полумесяц? Первый.
The Romans and
Римская и
Macedonians.
Македонская.
B.
Второй.
The Assyrians
Ассирийская
and
и
Umayyads.
Умайядская.
C.
Третья.
The Mamelukes.
Мамилюкская.
The answer?
Ответ.
All of the
Все
above.
из перечисленных.
It's tough being the cradle of
Трудно быть
civilization.
колыбелью цивилизации.
There are many ancient
Здесь много
ruins
древних
here,
развалин.
but one of the most
Но
visited
наиболее
sites in the
посещаемой
Fertile
это
Crescent is the
огромная
giant
водяная
watermill.
мельница.
Built by the
Она построена
Ayyubids in the
увидами в
14th century,
XIV
it's the
Это
largest
самая
watermill in
большая
the world.
мельница.
For hundreds of
Сотни
years,
лет
the
она
watermill
орошала поля
irrigated
и
fields
сады.
and gardens. Modern pipes have
Современные
replaced the
трубы
watermill,
сменили ее,
but it's
но она
still
все
very
равно
popular
популярна
among
среди
local
местных
residents. Why is the
Почему
watermill
она
so
так
popular?
популярна?
A. It's an
Первое,
extraordinary
потому что это
technical
необычное
achievement.
техническое
B.
изобретение.
Its
Второе,
rich
потому что это
history is
историческая
evocative.
ценность.
C.
Третье,
It's a
это
fun
отличное
place to
место для
picnic and
пикников
swim.
и купания.
The answer, of
Ответ.
course, is C.
Конечно, третье.
Next time on
Смотрите
Tilt
следующий
23 and a half. Sumo con
Какао для
coco in
сумо во
France.
Франции.
Boys will be
Мальчики будут
girls
девочками
in
в
the
Соединенных
U.S.
Штатах.
Color coordination
Координация
in
цветов в
Germany.
Германии.
And
И
fighting
сражающиеся
tanks are
танки
fish
— это
tanks in
танки с
America.
рыбой в Америке.
It's virtual
Это
reality.
виртуальная реальность.
Next time
В
on
следующем
Tilt
выпуске под
23 and a
углом
half.
23,5.